One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Demon Deacons will put toe to leather to crank us up. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. The give to the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina. And what a challenge this is going to be for both teams, both with unblemished records, both sitting atop the conference, and both eager to square off against each other.
And what I think makes this one more fun is that it's not just the two top teams in the conference. These might be two of the better teams in the entire country. These two teams might make the college football playoff. Lots of football out ahead, but this is a matchup. Regardless of whether you're a fan of these teams, the conference of college football you've been waiting to see.
And it's so nice that whoever wins this, you talk about putting yourself in a great position, you hand them a loss in the conference, move them down the standings, and you have the tiebreaker. A lot on the line today.
The Gamecocks come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
And the Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Caught in the backfield. It's Clark. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Sends it back in motion. Got it, looking for the first down. He's not quite going to make it to the marker. They'll spot it at the 37, and now a decision on fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Trying play action. Starts to scramble to the left. Makes the catch. Converts on fourth down. Is still on his feet. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
They did a really good job of setting the tone and stringing that drive together. It was a long drive. They needed to convert some specific spots. They did it, and here's how they ended it, with physicality. Punching him in the mouth, opening this game with a statement, and they got the early lead.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Pulls and fires complete. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Scanning the field, it's Nelson. Finds his tight end. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Here's the give off the left side.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Second down, they'll go to the air. It's complete to the right. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
And the Demon Deacons decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Calls for and makes the fair catch, but there is a penalty flag down, and we'll see what this is about. The only thing I can think is he just didn't see him signal for the fair catch. That's an easy call for the official, and they'll accept the penalty. They'll go to the ground. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The give on the option. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the Gamecocks come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Pulls and fired complete. Breaks into the open. Rams him with the stiff arm. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
Quarterback making adjustments. Touchdown, South Carolina! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man, it's Nelson. Throws to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
At the 35, he's got room. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job.
There he goes. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. The Demon Deacons headed quickly to the line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
And the Demon Deacons can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Gets rid of it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, you got to love that if you're on defense because you were able to affect the quarterback with pressure, and you only rushed 3 guys. Well done.
Give to the running back. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll ride the hot hand. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wake!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So first down here as they go back to work. Leaves it with the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Grab over the middle. It's Harbor. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he play and run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Gamecocks can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Clark. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And the Gamecocks will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Nelson. Using the quick game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Quarterback just trying to spit it out to his running back in the flat there, but the defender all over him. As soon as he caught that football, he went down for a loss.
So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Dances away. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. From the gun, wants to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. Hit as he throws. Another incompletion on third down.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
Reads it, fires complete. Oh, the Houdini-like moves get it to the 22. Guys, let's chat just for a second about South Carolina. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are. And now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
The Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw, it's Nelson. Quarterback now breaking the field. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. It's caught. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
To the air on 2nd down. Got his man. Oh, he's got some space. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The Demon Deacons will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Demon Deacons pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll move the wide receiver. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
To the air, it's Nelson. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Looking to throw again. Throws for the tight end. He makes a grab. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
How nice is it in this offense to have a tight end like that guy that can come up with plays for you all over the field? We just saw the big 3rd down catch. He set him up here in the red zone. I like going back to him, maybe lining him and flexing him outside, getting a one-on-one opportunity for him to use his size advantage.
And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. On 2nd and goal, he carries again. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
So nice to have the run game, so nice to trust in it, so nice to cut this game to a one-possession game. Halftime now becomes a lot more bearable. Coaches ain't yelling and screaming. We got to get this fixed, but we got some positive mojo on our side.
So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion. Running back searching for a hole. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Caught in the backfield, it's Clark. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Listen, nice completion, short gain. Now you get to 3rd down. 3rd down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on 3rd down, I still got that 4th down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off! What a play by this defense. Trying to take it back. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Demon Deeks.
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who is the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Out of the gun to give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Motion from the wideout. Toss to the left. Can't get him to the ground. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Gamecocks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Turning it on! Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Nelson. Makes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Third down play from the gun. Fires to the right. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
The Demon Deacons will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off-play action on first down. He's taking the shot. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, and get a tackle for a loss.
Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. To the air on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. At midfield, he's got room. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
The Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Harvard. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Motion from the wide receiver. He'll pull it down and run. Breaks into the open. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
And the Gamecocks look to keep this drive humming. give to the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The offense changing the play. He'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Using his feet to buy time. He gets it inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 17.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Quick catch on 3rd down. And that'll not only be a 1st down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, the defense just has not had an answer for this guy working out of the slot so far. Man coverage has been tricky. He's beaten them in zone. You might want to think about bracketing him where you've got a defender on the outside and the inside to see if you can force the quarterback to go somewhere else with the ball.
The Gamecocks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Bringing the heat. He's got it on the run. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking to fire. Flips it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
You know, this happens sometimes in football. You forget which direction you're going, and you got to be reminded you were going the wrong direction. Come on, man. We got to catch that thing. We got to get north-south and go make a play, get closer to the end zone, not start dancing and going the wrong way.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Makes the grab on the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. So now on comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the chute. Quick toss to the right.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Stopped almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They just needed inches. Instead, they lost 3 feet. What a play by the defense.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
And the Demon Deacons will try to pin them back with the punt. Kick is in the air. And the returner will be brought down. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Off the play fake on first down. Looking for a deep man. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They say it's still a game of field possession, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. They'll try the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. On the option. Oh, no, the ball popped out. Bounced right back to them.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
And the Gamecocks need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's forced out of bounds just short of the goal line, a mere yard away from pay dirt.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the 4th quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. They go to the wide receiver screen. And he will score! Touchdown Gamecocks!
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Wants to throw. It's Nelson. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the 4th quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some.
Makes the grab on the big throw. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The Demon Deacons come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's a heat. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And you got to be careful on offense when you're dialing up the screens. You want to do them on obvious passing situations. When you're anticipating the DNs really racing up the field, they didn't have it set up that time.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Tight end now in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Great job by the defense taking away the quarterback's primary target on that play and forcing the incompletion.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. Gonna look downfield again. Rushes on him. Bought a little time, lets it go.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Absolutely perfect. This is now a 7-point game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. New Mexico State is ahead in this one. This team plays a hard-nosed brand of football there in Las Cruces, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 11 over the Stallions. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Got the quick completion. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for second down. Looking for room. It's Allen. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Clark. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
They'll run it from the gun. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Nelson. Going downfield for the big play. Makes the grab on the right. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
The only way they were getting back in this game is if they did that. Great job. Huge explosive play by this offense. We need multiple scores. Got to keep the hammer down, but great job making the explosive.
Makes the grab. It's Washington. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. And the Demon Deacons with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass on second down. Fires to the tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. He's got it and still on his feet. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. On the ground, it's Carney. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing with the run on first and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Gets it out fast. Touchdown, Demon Deacons! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
PAT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. Just over a minute to go, and if they have a chance, they've got to come up with this onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level there.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fair catch will be made just inside his own 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9. They've got him pinned back, and they're trying to rattle their eardrums. Listen to this crowd. Dropping back, it's Nelson. Fires it. Pulls it in. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. Looking to throw on first down. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I tell you what, QB's played better games before, and I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Wants to fire on second down. He's taking the deep shot. Pulls it in on the right. Takes it into the house, and the clock is at 0, and they are down a single. What a cannon this dude has for an arm.
And there's nothing more frustrating than you watch a Hail Mary and they don't get it to the end zone, or they throw it out of the back of the end zone. Great job by the quarterback. You got to put that thing way up in the air, and he does, and his receiver comes down with it. What a play.
No time left on the clock. The extra point will send it to overtime. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Offense will use a timeout here to make sure everyone is on the same page here in overtime. The Demon Deacons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the move, it's Carney. Got the first down and still on his feet. Touchdown, Wake Forest! And they're on top here in overtime.
Man, what a a nice touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Looking downfield on first down. Working that left side now. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
Don't assume on this extra point. They needed to send it to a second OT. And the extra point is good. One extra period didn't get it done, and we start the second OT. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Grabbed behind the line, it's Brown. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. We saw it on that play.
They love to strike first with a touchdown. They'll try to keep the drive alive on third down. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Fires to the wideout. Snags it. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with first and goal because of great third down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field, when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. It's complete on the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. They got the touchdown. Now in the second overtime, you have to go for 2. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. And the offense will take that penalty and move a little bit closer. Second overtime, and they'll have to go for 2. They'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. They do not get the 2, and now the lead sits at 6 in double OT. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Nelson. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Wake Forest. And they answered the bell and responded with a score of their own. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Offense will use a timeout here to make sure everyone is on the same page here in overtime. Have to go for 2 here in the second overtime, and this one would win the game. They're working that left side. They can't get it in. Neither team can get the 2, and we'll play another overtime. So here we go, dueling two-point conversions from this point forward. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield, it's Nelson. Safe completion on the screen. They're stopped on the two-point try, and we are still tied. After the stop, now a two-point try to win the game.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. Clutch play and execution ties the game again, and we'll play another overtime. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big.